shit.
Watch where you're going.
It's a crosswalk, jackass. We have the right of way.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, what the hell you doing walking around dressed like Star Wars?
It's Comic-Con, you idiot. We're going to the Javits Center.
Well, you're the idiots because you three guys would never be walking together.
Yeah, you're his boss, and you two guys are enemies.
Yeah, bite me, Captain Kirk.
Hey, whoa, come on. No, that's Star Trek.
Yeah, that's two different franchises.
Yeah, sorry, guys. She doesn't know.
Nah, it's okay. I'm sorry you have to deal with that.
All right, welcome to the Rhythm Section, a Memphis music podcast produced by SRP Studios Podcasting, srpstudiosllc.com.
Catch new episodes every Tuesday morning on Apple and Spotify, 6 p.m. Central on YouTube and Facebook, and 7:30 p.m. on radio-memphis.com.
And always please follow us at therhythmsectionpod.com. There you can find all of our channels and social media links. Jeff Ward in the house. How are you, sir?
And I'm awesome. How are you doing?
Good. You look like you're in paradise right now.
I know. Isn't that awesome?
We figured we'd be goofy for this Zoom. And yes, we're on Zoom again. Today's interview is with Corey Riggs. A lot of you know him as Nick Riggs, but his real name's Corey Riggs, the singer for the Boneyard. We just filmed it on Zoom.
Yeah,
you got to check this out. It's a blast. It's a little longer, but it's because it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. But it's looking like this will be the last week we'll be on Zoom unless we do a national interview. But I have the ability, and things are moving forward where we'll be able to go back in studio starting next week. So quick update on that. Looking forward to that. But today, Jeff, you brought this to me and you brought light to it, and I was like, duh, yeah, fantastic idea. And that is to throw some love to our friend Matt Montgomery.
Absolutely.
And his new music store, Supernova Music.
Yep.
He just opened, just a few months ago? And had a big ribbon cutting, the whole thing. You've actually helped him out and worked the store. Right?
Yeah. So for a day, he needed somebody to come in for a day and just keep an eye on things.
Well, I want to talk about that here in a minute, but
sure.
On the front end, it's a local music shop that supports musicians, of course. It's consignment, there's repairs, there's setups, custom effects. It's located on 8785 Chaffee Road. Is that how it's pronounced?
I believe that's how it's pronounced.
In Arlington, Tennessee. They also offer financing through Synchrony. You can apply online by going to supernovamusicmemphis.com. That's supernovamusicmemphis.com. Approval just takes a few minutes, and you can use it the same day. And hours, Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 6, Sunday, 1 to 5. But you can set up appointments for Monday and Tuesday. If you need be, text or call to make an appointment. Matt Montgomery, 901-483-5706. All right, there's all the information. So, Jeff, you've been in the store. Tell us about it.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's a great spot. He's got tons of amps and cabinets and, guitars, bass guitars. There's some snares in there. You can get any of your, the things you need for your guitars, your strings, your cables. How many times has somebody broken a string or had a cable go bad at a gig? That happens all the time. But especially if you're Jeff Cobble, they go bad all the time.
And they have their very own brand of custom-made guitar effects, and I wonder who's making those. Right?
Yeah.
Matt Montgomery. So he makes amazing pedals. Guitarists from bands like Tesla use his stuff, right? So you can get some really unique stuff, and he could probably custom make stuff for you. I'm not trying to give him more work than he already has, but he's the type of guy that could, for sure.
Yep. Yeah. Tons of knowledge in these electronics and putting this stuff together. So he calls you up.
and says, "Hey, can you help me out? I need someone to watch the store." Right.
Right. Yeah. And I went up there on a Wednesday and just spent the day there because he and Jennifer, the other part of the equation, I don't know if they're officially partners or I'm not sure how that's all working, but she's definitely part of Supernova Music some way. And she had to be somewhere that day. And they asked me to come in and hang out, and I did. And it was kind of neat. So in our interview that we just did with Corey Riggs, we were talking about contemporary Christian music and the band Skillet, right?
Yep.
So I'm sitting in the music store the other day, and Matt has cameras everywhere, which you have to do in this modern day and age with any retail space. And all of a sudden I get a text from him on my phone. He says, "Hey, if you'll go look out the front door, John Cooper, the lead singer for Skillet, is about to jog past the music store." So I go look out the front door, and sure enough, he's just jogging by.
He's got a set schedule, doesn't he? So Matt knows.
Well, yeah. Well, evidently they are in town doing some recording, and he was out for his morning jog. I didn't fanboy out. I wanted to run out and say, "Hey, can I get a selfie?" But
you didn't chase him down?
No, I wasn't going to bother the guy while he was jogging.
Well,
cool.
we love Matt Montgomery. He's been good to us.
He has.
This won't be the last time we mention his store. We want to help him out as a friend, but also as a small business, mom and pop, if you will. Those aren't easy to maintain and run and keep flowing. So good on you, Matt. Good job.
Go buy something.
Congratulations. Again, Supernova Music, 8785 Chaffee Road, Arlington, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Supernova Music Memphis.com. Please go patronize that store and help.
And I think on Saturdays, he's also doing something called Guitars and Coffee.
Okay.
Where people just go in and play guitar and shoot the breeze and drink some coffee and hang out. So yeah, do that.
It's community, baby. Love it.
Yeah.
So, well, good deal. Because it's a long interview, let's kick things off here, Jeff.
Do it.
All right, we're going to start with More Loud, who proudly pays tribute to the king of surf guitar, Dick Dale. Guitarist Jason Moore captures Dale's signature sound with aggressive, fast, and highly rhythmic playing, featuring rapid alternate picking by voices going away, heavy reverb, and powerful staccato attack that defined Dick Dale's sound.
In addition to honoring Dick Dale, More Loud performs instrumental rock and roll versions of classics like Smoke on the Water, Louie Louie, and House of the Rising Sun, all infused with that unmistakable Dick Dale energy. More Loud is booking for weekends and outdoor shows. Visit moreloud.com for booking, music updates, and more. That is moreloud.com. MOORELOUD.
Woo! All right.
Do it.
Area 51 is one of the premier bands in Memphis and North Mississippi, bringing you songs from classic artists such as Boston, Van Halen, Genesis, and the Eurythmics. Keep on shining with Josh Shining.
Upcoming shows: Friday, September the 26th at Hadley's, 8 p.m. with Jacob Turner on drums. Saturday, September the 27th, Josh and Lance will be performing with Elevation Memphis, a Tina Turner tribute experience. Say that really fast.
Right.
At the Tina Turner Heritage Days statue unveiling.
No, hold on. Back up. You're reading the one I sent you for last week.
Oh, shit.
Did you get a new email yesterday?
I did, but you know what? I didn't print it, so you go. Read it.
You didn't print anything I sent you.
I did. I did print some things. I just didn't print that. Shut up and go. God dang it.
Some
We're professionals. We're professionals.
So it's half right. Yes, Josh and Lance will be appearing with Elevation Memphis Tina Turner Tribute Experience, but at Lafayette's.
I'm good at getting things half right.
From 5 to 8 p.m. on Saturday, October 11th. Following Elevation Memphis will be Area 51. So nice. Josh and Lance are doing double duty that night, so they'll be on from 9 to midnight. And Lance wanted me to add, the video production company will be on site to capture their performances of both bands. So come on out and support these groups. Pack that floor up. So it will just make for a better video. Follow them on Facebook at Area 51 Memphis.
Nice.
DeSoto Local is a digital advertising network throughout DeSoto County. They have moved the outdoor billboard concept indoors to high traffic areas, connecting local businesses to their customers.
Their indoor billboards are in popular places all over town. These screens display full motion ads about the business hosting the screen, ads for local businesses in the area, and relevant local content.
Advertise your business with DeSoto Local. Contact Brandy Faulkner today at 901-831-3212 and visit DeSotoLocal.biz for more information.
See, that's why I didn't print everything, because some shit doesn't change.
Did you by chance print Musicians Booking Agency?
No, you'll have to read all that.
Wonderful. The guy that's losing his voice and can't stop coughing.
Sorry.
Bands, pay attention. Are you ready to take your show to the next level? David Griffin Audio brings big sound, bright lights, flames, and sparks to every event.
Experience the largest QSC system in the area with David Griffin Audio. David Griffin Audio.
That's right.
I think I said that wrong the first time. No job is too big or too small. Follow on Facebook at David Griffin Audio for updates.
Call 901-299-1344 or email davidgriffinaudio@gmail.com. Bring the energy, bring the show. David Griffin Audio. All right, the Musicians Booking Agency. We can still do the first page together, Jeff, in harmony.
Yeah,
Looking
absolutely.
for the best live music in Memphis, people? Question mark. The Musicians Booking Agency connects top bands with the city's hottest venues. Whether you're booking talent or looking for gigs, they've got you covered.
Follow on Facebook at the Musicians Booking Agency for updates on upcoming shows and new artists.
Contact Steve Owens at 901-870-6846. All right, we got Friday, October 3rd, Tilt. We'll be at Lafayette's, the 10 p.m. slot. Then we're going to jump to Saturday, October 4th. We got a list here, and we're going to start with your band, Jeff. Generation X is going to be making their debut, your debut, at Orleans in the Ville.
Love it.
All right. All I'm going to say is maybe adjust the volume knob a little bit.
Up.
Up. Damn straight, everybody. Also on Saturday, October 4th, 901 Rocks at Hadley's, the Lori Willis Band at Lafayette's, the 5 o'clock start, Midnight Train at Lucky Dog, and formerly known as, with special guest, Fanny Pack himself, Mark Holt at 10th Inning. So if you want to see formerly known as with Mark Holt, go to 10th Inning, Saturday, October 4th.
You better wear the fanny pack that we gave you.
And I totally forgot.
What happened?
I forgot to play. So, I forgot to play our new music for Musicians Booking Agency. So, sorry, buddy, out there, you know. There you go. There. We got to give Mr. Hines his due here for giving us that music.
Sure.
All right. Well, that went well. So, Corey Riggs.
I don't know if it's going to be any better when we get back in the studio, but it can't get any worse.
Well, Corey Riggs, man, what a guy.
Yeah.
Just so much fun. And yes, he is the singer for the Boneyard.
Yep.
I strongly suggest following them on Facebook and checking out a show. They play fairly often. And they do a lot of benefit shows. Kitchen and Lacrosse has happened by now, by the time you're watching this, but they just perform there and they do a lot of benefits. They step up for the community as well. So just great group of guys and great band. And of course, so we break into what the Boneyard is. There you go. Oh, Jeff just disappeared. You fall in the water? You just fell in the water there. You just disappeared. If I start floating away, then I'm adrift in outer space right now. Also, fun fact, Corey goes way back with one Allan Bone.
Yeah.
And a band called Tokyo Rose, which was a very heavy road touring band. Playing all the club circuit back in I would gather the 80s. We never really talked years, but
no, I think he said
early 90s,
late 80s, early 90s.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we talk in depth about that experience, and then because I got to meet Corey on August 8th,
right,
at Knuckleheads, the Boneyard played, and I know that date because the next day on the 9th is when my fat ass decided to cannonball into a pool and get one big boo-boo. So
I'm pretty sure they named that venue after you.
So yeah, absolutely Knucklehead. And while sitting, he came to the table where I was sitting along with Donna and Jimmy Falk, and just got to know him more, and started talking about his journey, because one of the questions is, or what I heard when the Boneyard started hitting the scene, what I kept hearing was, wow, I haven't seen Corey. Really, everyone says Nick. Man, right. I haven't seen Nick Riggs forever. Where's he been? Right. And now he's in this band, and there's a story behind, him and Allan coming up with this idea. Well, that time that he was, not out, there's a very heavy, important, testimony and spiritual journey that Corey went on, and I opened it up so he could share it with you. And it's a great story, and it's a huge part of his life, and what brought him to where he is today as a man, and now as a working musician and vocalist again. So we hit a lot of terrain there, and then we're nearing the end. I can tell. I look at the time, and I'm like, okay, I'm thinking to myself, we need to start wrapping this up. How are we gonna? What's the out game, Derrick? Right. And and then out of nowhere, Corey's coming to us via Zoom on his phone, right? Which means now his camera's mobile, right?
Yeah.
And he starts showing the room he's in, and we see Darth Vader in the corner,
right?
And then next thing you know, he's breaking out his lightsaber, and then you go get yours. And it just turns into this fun moment where and then I jokingly say, hey, I'd love to see the living room in the back patio. What you got?
Right.
Joking completely. And he's like, oh, okay. And he just picks up his phone and walks us through his house.
Right.
Beautiful home. Beautiful.
Right.
And so the tail end of this interview just really ramps up the fun, and it's a good time. And I can't say enough about the guy. He was very enjoyable and came to play.
It was a lot of fun. Great interview. Had a blast doing it.
Yes, sir. So we're going to get to it right now, too. Wrong button.
Whoopsie. Man, this intro is just full of all kinds of screw-ups.
We'll nail it by the end of the season. We'll get there.
By Christmas.
Yeah, right.
We'll get dialed in. Just in time for Santa.
Yeah, no doubt, right? All right, Big Note Music Lessons. Big Note, Big Music Lessons offers one-on-one and group lessons for guitar, bass, keys, drums, and voice. And they are growing. Manny has a second teacher now. So now there's moments where there's two lessons going on simultaneously.
Oh, wow.
That is scaling up, people. That is good. I'm happy for my friend Manny. And you can try a free lesson with no obligation. Just go to bignotemusiclessons.com and complete that submission form. That way you get a taste of what it could be. And if you like it, then he's got great rates, very affordable monthly kind of subscription rates. So go check them out, bignotemusiclessons.com.
Yeah, do you guys listen to Radio Memphis?
I do.
If you don't, you should.
You should. Shame on you.
Start your Radio Memphis day In the Morning with Rick and Monica. Their actual names are Rick and Monica.
Funny how that works, yeah.
Yeah, from 9:30 to 2 p.m. Central for a wild ride of fun segments like News from the Stupid, That Guy, This Guy, Crime Time, and more. Radio-Memphis.com.
And we always so much appreciate y'all that donate to the cause. You can donate to our tip bucket by clicking our Venmo and Cash App links in the description, or search the Rhythm Section Pod on either app. Close it out for us, Jeff. What do we got?
Minimum of $1,000 donation. Thank you. Follow us at therhythmsectionpod.com. You will see our entire catalog of over 100 episodes and links to our YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram channels.
All right, signing off from Zoomland. We'll be back in studio next week. Thank you for your patience, everyone. And
as soon as Donna Fulp gets us an interview with Doug Aldridge, we'll be back on Zoom.
That's right. We'll do a Zoom call for him for sure, and we'll bring Donna in so she can ask him questions. That would go well, wouldn't it, Donna?
Yes, it will.
All right, please enjoy our interview with Corey Riggs. Everybody, take care. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to our interview today. We are very excited to bring to you Mr. Corey Riggs from Boneyard. Everybody. How are you doing, Corey?
I'm very well. How about you?
Good. Thanks for joining us. And sorry we're not in the studio because, it's extra engaging when you get to be with Jeff and myself in person, but
okay.
But
you're in your studio. I'm in mine.
That's right. No, I'm in my bedroom, if you want to call it a studio. But
okay.
And Derrick, I just noticed the well-placed T-shirt. By the way,
you just now.
Yeah.
Yes, I am wearing the Boneyard shirt.
Nice.
And thanks to you, Jeff, you gifted me this shirt, so thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah. Or actually, no, the person we need to thank is his wife, Susan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Susan gets all the credit for everything.
So,
how's your leg doing, by the way?
It's better. It's getting better.
Okay.
And what's funny is we met more officially. Actually, I think at like the very first time. I'd never really met you until your show at Knuckleheads recently in August. And I'll never forget August 8th. Because it was the following morning that I decided to go to a buddy's house and cannonball in his pool and get a big boo-boo. So so it's been
too deep, was it?
What's that?
The pool wasn't that deep, was it?
Not where I went. So but things are moving along nicely. So again, we're on Zoom. I think this is really going to be it. We're going to be getting back to the studio anyways. But me and Jeff will mention that in the intro, or probably already did.
Yeah.
But this is about you, Corey. So welcome to the show. Obviously, we're here to talk the Boneyard, but you're also in a heavy working band back in the day with one Allan Bone called Tokyo Rose. We want to talk about that. And then, people are probably wondering, well, Corey used to be Nick, and where's he been? Right? Where's he been? All of a sudden now, boom, you're back on the scene with the Boneyard. So we want to talk about all that. So, again, welcome to the show. And, sir, where are you connecting from? What part of Memphis do you reside in?
Cordova.
Up in Cordova?
Cordova. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Right here at, I guess, Trinity and Sanga. It's a neighborhood over here in Trinity and Sanga.
Yeah. Oh, I used to play the TJ Mulligans on Trinity.
Right up the street.
Oh, God.
That was your favorite place, wasn't it, Derrick?
No, but I know where you're going. It's the Mulligan 64 that he's joking about. Mulligan 64. I'm not here to throw shade at anyone, but
I hear they're non-smoking now, so that might help.
That was definitely part of the frustration there, but Corey, so let's on the front end, let's talk Boneyard, because that's what's current, that's what's present. You guys are out there killing it.
It's what's tonight.
Well, as we record, you playing tonight as we record this?
Yes, we are playing tonight. Yes, we're doing a benefit actually at Hadley's tonight. With several other bands.
Is it Kitchen and the Cross? Or
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, good for you guys for doing that. And this is, I know for a fact, this is certainly not the first benefit y'all do. You guys show up. You guys show up for sure.
Yes, we will. Absolutely.
So how long is your set?
Actually, I saw this morning we were confirming everything. We have two sets. We'll be at the end of the night. I think we do 8:15 to 9, and then I think maybe 9:30 or something to 10.
Cool. Well, good for
Something
you.
like that. Yeah. Two about 2:45s maybe.
Cool. Well, you guys have the lion's share of the night for a reason, because you guys are absolutely great. And
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You guys hit the scene, and it just quickly, you guys became a prominent band in town rapidly. So, so let's talk about Boneyard in the beginning of it. So I would gather one Allan Bone reaches out to you and just throws this your way.
Well, actually, several years ago, about 3 years ago, I reached out to him, and we started working together again. We're carpenters. We do woodwork, cabinetry, woodwork, stuff like that. We started working together again. And shortly after we started, he came to me and asked me, he knew where I was in my life at this point, that I had been out of the scene for a long time, and asked me if I would be interested in this particular project. We talked about, what kind of music we do, what kind of songs we do. And, of course I came home and I prayed about it, and, I thought about it a lot, and I accepted the invitation. And he had talked to the other guys about it, and they were all for it, talking about the set list, the songs that we were going to do, and that kind of thing. And they were all for it. They really were. I knew Troy, our bass player, Troy Fleming. I knew him already from way back Stage Stop days, whatever. I did not know Johnny or Chris yet. So we did our first. We said, okay, let's learn these songs. We set a night to get together at Allan's house, and we met and went through all these songs. And I mean, it was just, not to sound cliche, but it was just magic, man. It just happened. We all gelled very well. But yeah, he actually, like I said, he came to me, suggested I was all for it. We finally got that. If I remember correctly, we got to that point where we could do like an hour, maybe a couple hours. I think we might have opened for somebody. Not 100% sure, but we got to that point, and we did our first gig, and it was like, yeah.
That's one of the things you see a lot in this community, and Jeff has been there with Gen X, and he's done it with bands like Chasing Angels, where a new cover band comes on the scene and everyone understands, hey, they only got an hour, but let's get them on stage. Let's help them out. And people helped you out. And then you guys started jumping into the benefits, which is another great way. I know you play benefits for all the right reasons, but at the end of the day, it's also an opportunity for you to, introduce a band and that might not have, enough material to get through a whole night. Just quite. Yeah. It's just, I guess you kind of get anxious, and you're like, man, we've got about 15, 20 songs that we could do, man. Let's just get out there. Let's go. Let's just get out there. Let's just plant the seed. Yeah. So to speak, But let me send some credit your way though, too. Cause it's, as a band or as like myself, as a musician, I could think of all the cool songs I'd like to do, but at the end of the day, you got to find the right vocalist for said material. And I'm sure the other guys in your band love building the list knowing, we got the guy that can cover this vocal ability here. It's one thing to want to do all this old stuff. Let's throw some Steelheart on the set list. Let's not. Dude, I'm actually pretty confident you could do that. At one point in my life, I had the falsetto that I could do that. Yeah. And
tonsils had to come out and
really
no more of that.
Okay,
No
speak
more
on that. You know, as a technical thing for other vocalists out there, what is it? Why getting tonsils out took that falsetto away? Do you know?
I had them taken out at 21 for starters. I was a lot older than most, I guess, having tonsils taken out. But no, I mean, you know, I'm not sure what it was in there that I don't have any formal training, so I don't know how to explain how it works. It's just I could set it, and all of a sudden this squeal would come out, and I could control it. But once the tonsils came out, I had to completely figure out how to sing again, because it was completely different. Completely. I mean, I could still sing, but as I got up into the higher registers, it changed, and I had to figure out how am I going to. At the time, we were doing White Snake, Here I Go Again.
Yeah.
And how am I going to hit that?
Yeah. Yeah. There's that one note in the song
that
where he
one
really
note, you know, here I go, you know,
Yeah.
how am I going to do it? So I literally had to figure out how to sing again. I had to learn how to place things differently. Because as soon as I went to what I knew, what I was used to doing, it just went, and nothing would come out, you know?
Yeah.
So I kind of had to relearn how to hit certain notes and go, you know, certain places. Learned well into it that I cannot sing with an empty stomach.
Okay.
I have to have a full stomach.
I've heard opposite from a lot of singers, like they don't want to feel bloated.
Yeah, I feel hollow if I don't have a full stomach, and it's like there's nothing for me. There's nothing under my diaphragm to push it, and it's like,
okay.
I have to have a full stomach. Just learning different things about, you know, tensing up your stomach muscles, things like that. But yeah, after the tonsils came out, it was
interesting.
Totally different. Had to completely relearn how to sing.
Well, while we're talking about the kind of material you have to cover, to those that don't know Boneyard, that are learning of you guys for the first time, speak on the set list and the style of music and the different bands you cover, and who's some of your favorite. Like, and we can break into some influences, and so kind of ring off what the material looks like with the Boneyard.
Of course, the first and foremost was, you know, Allan for many years wanted to get back to doing some of that late 80s, early 90s hard rock, borderline hair band, you know, kind of thing that we listened to when we were kids. And so we, of course, you know, we got to have Zeppelin in there because that's just Zeppelin staple. But I guess let's just say we go from Queensryche, Rat, Ozzy. Of course, we've got plenty of Ozzy. We've got like personal favorites like Fastway, Say What You Will. We do Foo Fighters does a version of Band on the Run, which was, you know,
man, I was going to ask you about this.
Favorites. It's kind of one of our favorites, and then all of a sudden we hear this version of it. It's like, we can do it like that.
Okay, so one of my follow-ups was who in the band wanted to do Paul McCartney, because as I've watched you guys do it, it felt so radical compared to everything else you do. I'm like, that's interesting. So someone must be a McCartney fan or a Beatles fan, so let's throw that in. But I had no idea the Foo Fighters did a version of that.
Yes, the Foo Fighters did a version of it, because we honestly, I think we were just in discussion one night about different songs, about seeing different bands. I saw a band in Omaha many years ago. I cannot tell you the name of the band. Saw a band do a version of Eleanor Rigby. a very, very heavy driving version of Eleanor Rigby. And I thought, that's the coolest thing. And I don't know if it was me or Alan or John. I'm sorry, I can't remember, but somebody said, Band on the Run. And we were like, oh man, that's a great song.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, somebody finds a version that the Foo Fighters did. It's like, well, there it is. So so let's do that. Even though, like I said, we can go from Alan sings Fuel by Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
So we go from Metallica. A couple of songs later, we just started doing Keep on Loving You by REO Speedwagon.
Nice.
Yeah. And you do Elvin Bishop.
We do Elvin Bishop, Fooled Around. That's Alan was in a band with Scott Jones several years ago, and they did that song.
Yeah.
TJ Mulligan's on Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Kirby and Poplar?
Yeah. Germantown. Yep.
Went and sat in with them one night. I just wanted to come and hang out and sat in with them one night and did that song. And Alan and I were talking about that. It's like, oh yeah, we got to put that on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're putting that on the list. So, because it's kind of one of those personal favorites of ours. But, but going honestly, and for the most part, sticking to that 80s hard rock, almost hairband kind of heavy stuff that again, I haven't been in the scene in a while. So Alan tells me there's really nobody does this anymore for whatever reason. I don't know, but not only that, but we also wanted to keep in mind, I'm sorry, I'm moving my head.
Oh, you're fine.
All good.
But but it's like, we also had in mind, let's do these bands, this album rock that, a lot of it we kind of called album rock, but let's do the ones they're not expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do, because when we were kids, we listened to the whole album.
Yeah.
It's like Rat. You heard Round and Round and Lay It Down.
Yeah.
That was their big hits. But there's so many other songs on those records that it's like, those were great. Let's do those. People will know what we're playing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's played it before,
Are you guys still doing Toys in the Attic?
Yes, we are.
Because
yes,
I heard the first time I saw you a long time ago at a benefit, you guys played that, and I was blown away. Song no one's doing, right? Again, going back to the album cuts. Yes. And you guys kill it. And every other time I've seen you, I don't stay a whole night. I'm
unofficially in charge of the song list, and I usually put that as the very last song we do.
Really?
So,
okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, the next time
I can certainly change. I'll change that if necessary.
I can hear it now. Corey goes to the band. All right, guys. That guy from the podcast is going to be here tonight, and he's pretty demanding over here.
We got to do toys. Well, we've added. We've actually added Last Child.
Okay.
In the set as well. We recently have been practicing it, and somebody had made mention about another song earlier, so we kind of do Last Child and Play That Funky Music together. We seem to have gotten in the habit of doing that, but yes, we do still do toys. We haven't done it in a while for time reasons or whatever, but yes, we still do toys.
Yeah, and Mr. Fleming, bass player to bass player, you're a joy to listen to and watch play.
That middle part, just yeah.
And look, while we're on the subject of Troy, tell us how he's doing, because the last time that I saw you guys, he had cut his leg really bad.
He's doing great, buddy. He's got that leg back up now.
Awesome.
He's got that leg back up on the monitor now. Yes.
Yeah,
he's doing very well with it.
Good deal.
He's back to Cliff Burton mode, where he's up there
and that
real low bass.
Won't get into a lot of details, but that was some divine healing right there.
Yeah.
Because he had what had happened could have been real bad.
Yeah.
Like
Real bad.
I was on a stool because of a leg broke bones. The night I saw you right after he was playing on a stool, but like just an insane cut. Like,
yes,
I mean, you have cuts, but then you have what he had.
In a place that he could have very well bled out.
Yeah.
And he had his angel holding onto his leg that night.
Yeah, I mean, it went around and across his calf muscle, right?
Oh goodness.
But anyways,
well, we're glad to hear that he's better.
But yes, he's doing very well.
Yes.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yes.
But kudos to him again. The night I saw him play on the stool, which was, I mean, early. I mean, right after the accident, he didn't miss a beat. He didn't miss a beat. I could tell he was like, man, I want to be standing and doing my thing, but you know.
But just being playing and being on stage with everybody that's what it took. You know, it's just against all odds, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So real quick, you're not just the vocalist in the band, you also throw in some keyboards. So
I do fill in a little bit. I don't play. I mean, I'm certainly no Billy Joel or anything like that. But I do kind of fill in certain things, like maybe just as long as it's easy, just a few chords or whatever. Then I can pull it off. Real quick, had an accident many years ago on a table saw that kind of left my fingers a lot to be desired. I don't have the feeling in several of my fingers on my right hand, so I can't really look away and play. I have to, keep looking.
Gotcha.
But as long as it's real simple, I can pull it off. I can pull it off. Allan wants to do Red by Warrant.
Oh, I saw Red.
I saw Red. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty. Red. That's some intricate piano.
Yeah, I listened to it. I was like, I don't know, Bubba.
What a great song, though.
And the playing and singing at the same time, it's like, if I could just sit down and play it, okay. No. As soon as I start singing it, so I might as well be playing with my feet.
Yeah.
We do, like I said, we do Keep On Loving You by REO Speedwagon.
Right.
But this, learning to play that song is like, I never knew it was that simple. Yeah. That song is very simple to play on piano, and luckily his vocal line follows it. So I can pull that one off. So,
well, let's jump around the timeline a little now. I want to talk about Tokyo Rose. And then the journey that bridged you, from Tokyo Rose to Boneyard. I know that's a long time, but again, because we've already met and had the chance to talk a little more in depth on some of these things, I know you have a spiritual journey here, and I want you to share it. So, but before we bridge the gap, let's go all the way back to Tokyo Rose with Allan Bone, and I want you to share all of Allan's road stories.
Oh boy.
I'm really hoping, Derrick, that you have a picture of Corey back in those days that you can flash up on the screen here.
Well,
because
Corey, feel free to send me anything you have.
I would be interested to see that too, because I'm not sure how many of that. I was sent one by Allan a while back when we were in Casper, Wyoming, when both of us were probably 18 or 19 years old, but I'd have to pull it up on the phone, and that it's going to mess up the broadcast, I guess.
No.
But no, I was in a little high school band that somehow managed to find a little practice room over on Macon Avenue, or Macon Road, rather, almost over there, Macon and Graham.
Okay.
And Tokyo Rose, the current lineup of Tokyo Rose, was also practicing in there as well. And Allan was playing drums, and Billy Giannini was playing guitar. and we knew each other from school, obviously, and came in there one night with the other guys we were practicing with, and they asked their singer to go down the street and get them a 6-pack or a case or beer or whatever, and he started down the street, and Billy Giannini came out in the other room. He's like, "Hey, come here for a second." I was like, okay. Walked in this room, and I was like, okay, I don't know these guys. I know that guy from school. I know Allan. And he said, "Hey, man, sing Round and Round." It was either Round and Round or Back for More. Or I can't, but I'm pretty sure it was a Rat song. He said, "Sing this with us real quick." I'm just kind of standing there going, okay. So got through that song. I think we did another song. They wanted me to sing another song real quick, and we did a couple songs, and one of them came up to me afterwards. It might have been Billy. I said, "Hey, man, we got a gig in Virginia Beach next week or in a couple weeks. Do you want to go?" And I was like, you mean like the ocean, Virginia Beach?"
Sure.
I mean, I'm just, yeah. They said, "Yeah." I'm like, let's see. Virginia Beach, go back to high school. So I was like, yeah, let's do Virginia Beach. And man, we did a week. I went with them. We did a week at this club, and I was like, yeah, I think this is what I want to do when I grow up.
So did they fire the other guy that went off to get beer? Did he ever return? What did he do?
Well, he came back from the store, and I just kind of nonchalantly walked out like nobody, nobody knew the difference. And then how they did that, how they went about that, I don't know. I wouldn't know. All I know is have all your bags packed, be here this certain day, and we're heading out. It's like, okay.
That's a funny. Hey, Jeff, at our next rehearsal, if I ask you to go get something from the store, be careful.
Yeah, because that's kind of how it's done. Hey, man, just run up to the store and, or if anybody else is there in the room that you don't know who it is, yeah. If they want you to run up to the store, keep your eye on that guy.
I'm already nervous about my position in our band because Jimmy Folk can sing and play drums, so they don't even need me.
And play guitar.
Yeah.
And play the bugle.
Right.
I mean, what does he not play?
Yeah,
what does he not play?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't know how to play the harmonica before our show, and he figured it out. Yeah. Jimmy's an all right guy.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. But yeah, we went out on the road. Everything went well. Before I knew it, our guitar player, who was kind of the ringleader, before I knew it, he's like, "Man, I got 6 months worth of gigs booked."
There you go.
That was it. And here I am, 16, 17, maybe 17, traveling all over the country to all these bars and playing 6 nights a week, 4 and 5 hours a night.
Mm-hmm.
We'd come home for Christmas, stay for a few weeks, back out again.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's one of your favorite memories of a venue that you got to play back then? I mean, there's got to be something that sticks out.
Yeah. Well, we played in a place called, I don't know the name of the bar, but we played at a place in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Several times, and it was a pretty big stage.
Yeah.
Good crowd. Big place, good crowd. It was like, that was one of those where we walked in, this is a place we're playing. We pull in at, noon. Let's load in. We walk in and go, wow. Yeah, this is going to be good. As opposed to a lot of the places we would go in and it's like, this is where you're playing. It's like, okay, does it go back further in the back or something? It's like, this looks like a gas station or we walk in and it's like, okay, you guys have an 8x8 square that you can set up all of your gear. And we're like, are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
My kitchen is bigger than this place. you know.
Right.
So, but
Tokyo Rose was not a 3-piece band.
no, we were not. No, we were not.
So how many members were there? What was the band?
Well, there were different iterations. When I first came in, it was Billy Giannini and Joe Sutton were playing guitar. I know there was an iteration of it where Wayne Sweeney was playing guitar with us at one point.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There's that light again. Eddie Matlock. Eddie Blade. He went by the name. Oh gosh, what was Blackie? What was his name? I can't think of his name. Bass player went by Blackie. Allan would remember his name, but he was playing with us at one point. Then it kind of went to just Joe at one point because we're just having issues finding guitar players that could commit, to what we were doing. But Casper, Wyoming, we were talking about this the other night. Casper, Wyoming, we were playing there. We played at that place several times. They wanted us back a lot, so we played a place in Wyoming, Idaho, Pocatello, Idaho. And we met this little guy that loved to do pyro. He liked to do the fireworks and flash pots and stuff like that. So I was like, hey man, come on. Nothing like having a pyro show. We're playing in Casper, Wyoming, and he's setting up these flash pots for us that he usually used the gray gunpowder. Tonight he was using the black gunpowder. And like I said, we were talking about this, that we were getting into the part of the song. Exactly. Yeah, we were getting to that part of the song. And it was like, no, here it comes. And I was telling the people we were sitting with, I was telling them, I was standing on stage facing this way, looking at the crowd. Here it comes. Dun, 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 dun. And then all of a sudden, this boom. I mean, it was hard to explain. God awful boom. When it went off, it just made me kind of go, ugh. And when I opened my eyes, I was facing this way now. This thing went off. I'm looking, I'm like, oh, and then all of a sudden I'm looking over here. It's like, oh my. It's like, is my hair still here? This thing was so loud. I mean, and everybody else was just kind of going, oh, what the heck was that? There's the ringing in your ears it was hilarious, man. And this little guy was sitting over there with that little button that he just set that thing off, just going,
yeah.
We're all going, it was, oh my gosh,
you get in trouble if you do that now,
yeah. It's just,
back in the day, you guys got away with a lot more, for sure.
Yes, we did. Yes. Well, yeah.
But also,
we got away with a lot of stuff back in the day.
But it's also a time where there's no internet, no phones, nothing to do but to get creative. So you get Maniac that's like into starting fires. Well, then he he takes it to the next level.
But he did a great job. I mean, he had fireworks and stuff that would go off all the time, and it was just like, wow, and people, oh yeah. But this one time he I guess he decided to put the black gunpowder in instead of it was like, dude, you can't do that anymore, man. He was like, oh no, I just wanted to try something, but yeah, there's so much stuff, things that I remember, in between gigs, going from here to there. There was so much stuff that we got to do that we wouldn't have normally been at. Yellowstone. We had a thing at Yellowstone, but we were passing through there in the middle of the night.
Mm-hmm.
So Being out in the middle of this field, moon was full, no clouds or nothing. Moose look a lot more intimidating in the middle of the night in shadows, and you turn around and go, oh, there's a moose right there. Maybe I should go somewhere else. It just, there were some quite the adventures. Ask Allan about it, and he'll just tell you rocks, trees, and water. What else?
Yeah.
He wasn't really the nature buff. He was just like, okay, rocks, trees, and water. Ooh, can we go now?
Yeah, next gig, please.
Really, but
have you stayed in touch with any of the other members, or are you just pretty much just Allan and you that have stayed in touch?
Allan does keep in touch with Joe Sutton.
Okay.
He still lives in Los Angeles. He's bigwig at the Guitar Center. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's still at Guitar Center, or a booking agent or something like. But he has progressed quite well in his career. But he does still talk to Joe Sutton, the guitar player. Any other guys? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Unfortunately, some of them have passed. Other ones, I think they've kind of gotten out of the scene and do the office jobs and whatnot. So don't really see or hear from them again. So
sorry if you already mentioned this, but did you all do originals?
Yes, we did actually. Yes,
okay,
we
talk
did.
about that.
We probably had about 6 or 8 original songs. Parts of some of it, we probably look back at them now and kind of go, yeah, we were kids and had no idea what we were doing.
Dude, Warrant released Cherry Pie, so you have nothing to be ashamed of.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But no, we had about 6 or 8 songs. I mean, of course, we were kids. We were digging them at the time. Again, Allan will tell you, we kind of joked with Joe, our guitar player, a lot. He'd come to us. He's like, man, I got this new song. And both of us would be like, let me guess, starts out slow and then kicks in, right? Man, come on, guys, don't do it. He'd get all bent out of shape because we just kind of laugh. But once we did at one point, I left the band at one point. They moved to California. They moved to Los Angeles. I later on came back into the band when they were in Los Angeles, and we met up with a guy that did recordings in his house. He had a really nice studio set up in his house, and we did actually record 2 songs that we had that we were going to shop around, and that, I guess, that kind of, the game plan for that kind of went awry, and that never happened. But we did have original stuff that we did play throughout the set. But we only had, like I said, we only had about 6 or 8 songs. So
did you guys ever do play at Stage Stop? Were you guys in town? Did you have some activity in Memphis?
Tokyo Rose, when I was in it, I think we played the Stage Stop one time. I think one time. Most of my engagement with Tokyo Rose was out on the road.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really start playing the Stage Stop until after I moved back home from California. Because like I said, I was with Tokyo Rose for a little while in California. Then I was with another band called Jungle Alley in California for a while. And when that when they disbanded, was right about the time of the Rodney King stuff.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, this is my sign that I need to go.
Yeah.
I have no more purpose here in California.
Yeah. So
I moved back home and started coming back to the scene here and started playing at the stage top and whatnot.
Okay. So when you move back out here at that point, Tokyo Rose is done.
Long gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Allan had already moved back here a little bit before me. And of course, Joe stayed in Los Angeles. But yeah, by the time I moved back here, that was pretty much the end of that.
Okay.
As I said, Allan was already back, and Joe was moving forward with his career at Guitar Center. So,
okay. Well, I think this is a good spot to now bridge to the next phase of your life, right?
Yeah.
Again, only because I have some insight on you. Like, how does it look where you decide I'm done with all of this and I need to go in this direction?
Well, I like I said, I moved back home. When I did move back home, I ended up getting married, my first marriage, and also Nita from Stage Stop introduced me to Jeff Miller, who now plays. He played with Starship a few times. I think he's now, if I'm not mistaken, I think he is now playing with Medieval Steel.
Okay.
He and Bobby Franklin, but they play, if I'm not mistaken, they play a lot overseas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they do anything here, but Nita introduced me to Jeff Miller. Just absolutely phenomenal guitar player. I don't know if y'all know him or not, but just crazy good guitar player. Good friends with him for a while. And we played the Stage Top several times. The marriage ended not well, but the marriage ended, and at that point in 2000, when that ended, everything just kind of, just everything. I went into hiding. Just had a very negative effect. A lot of the stuff around me, things around me were just having a big negative effect. I was basically just working and coming home and hiding out. 2008 happened with all that, with the economy and everything going down the drain and no work. So now I was at a point where I was not working. I was not engaged or involved with people. My mind and my heart had just, in such seclusion for so long that, I was just breathing. I was just existing, no purpose or anything like that. So, and it had gotten to the point where, not working, was not paying bills. And it was getting to that point where all the phone calls and the mail were coming in saying, this is it. This is your last, if not, we're taking this, you're getting kicked out, da, da, da. And so Halloween of 2008 was pretty much the last day. I had from my marriage, my brother-in-law at one point had given me a pistol that was for self-defense purposes. Everybody needs to have a pistol for self-defense in their house. Da, da, da. So unfortunately, that was there and available to me because I had reached that point. I had pretty much given up on a lot of stuff, on everything. So, Halloween, it was Halloween night. Lights are out because I don't want kids coming to the door, trick or treating, anything like that. So that was pretty much the night that I decided that this was it. This was it. So It was about 7:30 at night. And I was like, all right, I really have no reason to keep this up. Da-da-da. And I felt as I was telling Derrick, I felt a hand on my shoulder, on my right shoulder. I was in the living room on my knees in pitch black, and I was holding it. And I was like, just do it. Just, getting that gumption up. But I felt a hand on my shoulder and this voice over my shoulder telling me it's time for you to come home. And man, I jumped up off that floor, flicking light switches on, going, who's in my house? Somebody's in my house, scared me to death, but just kind of stood there for a second. And then he said it again, it's time for you to come home. And the second time was when I knew what was going on. I realized who it was. And so I stopped for a minute. I put it down on the counter. I was like, okay, what do I do? What is this? Yeah. And I was raised in church up until about 14 or 15. I was raised in church. So when that happened, I knew what was going on. And I was like, okay, everything started shifting back to, I know what this means. I understand this. I understand what is being said to me right now. But I need more. I need to know. Yeah. I called my mother, immediately called my mother and told her what happened. And she, I was like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And she said, I tell you what you do. You meet me in that church lobby Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. And we'll go from there. Because she didn't believe me. She was like, I'll believe it when I see it. So, and I met her at church that Sunday morning. It was Friday night when this happened. I met her at church Sunday morning, and that was the beginning of my new life.
Nice.
So to speak. But I know a lot of people might, that find that an odd thing, but that is literally what happened. I mean, he literally was standing there. He put his hand on my right shoulder. I could feel a hand on my right shoulder and a voice right above me telling me it's time for you to come home.
Mm-hmm.
So I have spent the last, 25? The last 16, 17 years in church. And that's where I've been. That's, you said earlier about where have you been? I've been in church.
Yeah.
I have been working on and developing this new life that it's a lot different. It's a lot different than before. I had a real issue with pleasing people. Being a front man, being a singer, that's kind of your job to entertain.
Right.
And I was find out that my worth and significance was in the approval of other people.
Oh yeah.
And now all of a sudden there were no people in my life. Everybody was just leaving.
Mm-hmm.
But just walking out the door, never see or hear from them again. It was like, okay, well then I have no purpose in life. I'm back in church now, and I'm taking these classes. That one of the classes that I started taking was a class called Search for Significance. And this wonderful woman taught me that, your significance is in what you were created for, why God created you in the first place. He has a purpose for every single person that he's ever created. And when you find that purpose, you go with it. And she taught me how to find that purpose and what he wanted me for, and not what everybody, other than. And it was like, wow, that just, the one thing that was about to make me pull the trigger is now been clarified, justified. I know what my purpose is. I have this purpose. It is to use my voice, but for his purpose and not mine. My own self-worth kind of thing is.
Yeah.
But,
so you've been on have you been on the worship team all these years?
I have been on the worship team. When I first came back to church, literally the very first day I came back, I kind of leaned over to my mother and was like, watching all the stuff going on worship team and everything up there. I was like, so how do I get in the music department, And she said, well, you're going to have to talk to the music director of the church. But unfortunately, right now, they don't have one. They're kind of in transition of one right now. I was like, well, okay. About 15 minutes, 10 minutes later, the pastor was like, well, I've got an announcement for everybody. I'm happy to announce that this is our new worship leader. We just hired a new worship leader. And my mom hits me on the shoulder and goes, there you go. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But about a couple of weeks later, whatever, I came to him and I said, I'd like to join the choir, or I'd like to join the music department, the choir, whatever. He's like, okay, well, kind of need to know where to put you, because there are different ranges and registers, kind of need to know where to put you. So I need you to sing something for me. And I was like, well, the first thing that came to mind as far as a cappella was when I was with Scott Sudbury, Jimmy Fulp, Keith Blanchard. We had a little band called Big Daddy.
Oh man, we skipped over that. And wow.
I'll tell you, and that was a really cool thing. That was one of those things, how I guess they still do it. You don't need to practice. They already know it. Those guys, the musicianship is like, they don't need to practice. Songs we know. And man, we had, oh my gosh, that was a fun band to be in. But there was a song we did for Nita at the very end of the night, just kind of like I told you, we end with Boneyard ends with toys. At the end of the night, every time we played to the stage stop, Nita would pull a chair up right onto the dance floor, right in front of the stage, because she wanted me to sing In a Dream by Badlands. She wanted to hear that every time.
Love it.
So that song came into my head, a cappella, what I was saying. Okay, so when I'm down and feeling low, my music director went, that's all I need to hear. I know exactly where to put you. You're a high tenor. That's exactly right. That's
done.
Yeah, you're done. I know exactly where you're going to go. So then I get turned on to gospel music. And I got turned on to the Gaither Vocal Band, and their high tenor is David Phelps. And I was just like, oh boy, you're talking about gospel music now. This was a quintet kind of thing. Gaither Vocal Band was 5, but the whole gospel quartet thing I got introduced to, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're talking like the 4 voices, harmonies of Christian music.
Yeah.
Whereas, Boston, Journey, Foreigner, the vocal bands that had the big harmonies and everything, it's like, ooh, now I've got, Christian music I can listen, So, and then we got our music director was like, well, we're going to start a quartet because I know some people that, we get, and I got into a quartet.
Nice.
In the thing. So it's like, okay, now I'm in a band in church.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is good. He's directing me into these things. And it's like, this is good. This is good. So, just developing a new life in church, a new frame of mind,
And this is where you meet your current wife, correct?
Yes. Again, the search for significance classes. I think this was my fourth time to take the class. And she decided she was going to take this class this year as well. And I remembered seeing her several times in church and at other people's houses. I'd spoken to her a couple of times, and she was sitting at the table way over there. And I was like, hey, come sit over here. She was sitting by herself. I was like, come sit over here, She's like, okay. So she came and sat down. I was like, hey, what decided, you decided to take this class and da-da-da. And we got to talking and well, the class is starting. We'll talk afterwards, And so class is over. We're talking out the hallway, going down the hallway of the church. We're talking, we go outside to the cars and we're still talking and not really paying attention to what's going on around us and and we're just talking and talking. Next thing you know, it's like, is that the parking lot light? And look up and it's like, we look around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, it's 9:00.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking for 2 hours and we didn't even know it, Yeah. And so we got phone numbers and 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 it just, it really progressed from there. And she's here somewhere. She's back there. But yes, we met, that class being, and the lady that taught that class being such a great mentor, and meeting my now wife in that class. And it's just, because again, just like giving up, when I gave up on life, God said, this is where I want you. I want you to give up on the world. I want you to stop relying on that. And now I need you to rely on me. Yes, empty yourself of all that. So now you can focus on me. I got that. This is my mission here. This is my mission here. There's a passage in the Bible that Paul talks about, yes, if you're single and alone, that's okay. That's okay. God can use you. There's a purpose for that. He can use you. Don't think you have to be with somebody, So I'm like, you know what? God's got a purpose for me. I don't have to have somebody. I don't have to rely on another person to complete me.
Yeah, it goes back to that people pleasing.
Again. Good. This is right where I want you. I want you to meet this girl.
Yeah.
So he brings her into my, kind of the giving up on this and giving up on that. That's where I want you. I want you to rely on me to provide this for you. So, it's been beautiful. We're, in November, we will be celebrating number 8.
Okay.
Our 8th anniversary. We will be celebrating our 8th anniversary.
Well, congratulations. November, so. Good for you. That's awesome.
It's been great.
What a great testimony. Thank you for sharing all of that. There's a lot of people that have experienced those depths that are not comfortable sharing it for various reasons. But when someone like yourself puts it out there, you're speaking for the people that can't speak, the speechless, if you will.
Yes.
So I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I know I've you see stories or hear stories of people just, the giving up and it's like, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to, I'm not going to say what a lot of other people would say because, I've been there. I know what that feels like. I truly do. But this, accepting him saying, I want you to take up your cross and come and follow me.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people have a problem understanding that. And it's okay. I understand, I do. because it's not easy to just go, okay, well, I'm going to start doing this now.
Yeah.
It's definitely is a change of heart. It's a change of mind. It's a change of perspective.
Well, that's why it's called a spiritual journey.
Yeah, I would welcome anyone to be open-minded enough to just stop and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So many people want to argue it, and it's just like, it starts with an open mind. You really have to have an open mind to understand where he's coming from, what the Bible's all about, what it's basically trying to tell you, and I don't begrudge anybody that has a hard time understanding it, because there's a lot of stuff in there that's like, I've told people in the past about writing Christian material, that if to write something, I would, if I were to write songs, I would want to speak lyrically in a way that would not be so confusing to people, as in, a lot of people don't get being washed by the blood. It's like, that is, a lot of worship songs and a lot of Christian material that we would do at church, that's what they sing about. They take lyrics from the Bible and things like that. And it's like, that's okay. What I would like to do is, for example, Extreme, the band Extreme.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Go listen to Wholehearted.
Love it.
Okay.
It's a Christian song.
Yeah.
They're not talking about a girl.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to realize that. It took me being on this side to realize they're not talking about a girl.
Yeah.
Then I go back and listen to that first album. There's a song called my brain. Anyway, it's about the crucifixion. It's on the second side. If you're an album, it's at the end of the CD. It's Father, Son, Father, something. I don't know, but it's about the crucifixion. I'm thinking, are these guys Christians? Again, I saw they have a brand new record out. They have a new single out called X something, and these guys are Christians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
these guys are God-fearing Christians. This song is all about. It is a religious, spiritual song about God, and it's like, okay, that's the kind of stuff I want to write. But it's a rock. It's a rock song. Yeah. It's a great song.
I mean, you can sound like Ozzy and sing Christian music.
and sing Christian music. There's just, I would like to be able to do stuff that would be a little more familiar. If somebody would just say, what is he talking about, and want to look into it. When I Can Only Imagine first came out.
Oh, I love that song and that band.
When that first came out, it sparked people's attention. It's like, is he talking about what I think he's talking about? Because they're playing it on 104. On FM 100. Not just a Christian station. They're playing it on Kicks 106.
Oh, it was all over the place. Yeah.
FM 100. It was everywhere.
Have you seen that movie that came out about him?
Yes.
I have not yet. I want to see it. I have not done it yet, but I will.
They did a very good job with that movie.
Yeah.
They really did. They did.
I was going to ask you, since you mentioned that song, do you listen to any contemporary Christian stuff like Casting Crowns or Chris Tomlinson or Mercy Me?
I do. I don't listen to them regularly.
Yeah.
I don't listen to them regularly.
See, I listen to that, whereas you like the gospel, I like the contemporary Christian. So that's what I've listened to a lot of.
I listened to it for a while. We have Caleb. We have Caleb.
Right.
And for me, and it's just me personally.
Sure.
No disrespect towards anybody else, but Caleb, they say it's listener supported and this, but they tend to play the same songs over and over again.
Oh,
and it's like, okay, I know there's got to be a lot more out there.
Yeah.
I had someone years back invite me to a winter jam.
Right.
And I saw several different. I saw New Song, and then I saw Lecrae, and I was like, okay, I don't really do rap music, but I'm digging this because what he's doing, da da da. And then it was who else was on the?
I think Toby Mac did one of those.
Toby Mac was on it. And then it was like, all right, this is cool. And then I had someone invite me to another concert, and it was he's from here, the singer's from here, the heavy band.
Oh, Saliva? No. Skillet. Yeah.
Skillet. And I was just like, you got to be kidding me, man.
Yeah. They're awesome.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, where do I find this on the radio?
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
You know?
You just made made me think of how it must be interesting for K-Love, because like you said, they claim that they're listener supported, but make no mistake, and just in the way radio works, you have a gatekeeper, period.
Absolutely.
You have.
Yeah.
So someone has to be like, well, we know what this song is. And we know who this song is for. We know who this song is about. But sorry, God, the chorus isn't great. We're not playing it. Like,
well,
like that's such a weird position to be in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a place now, and I hope nobody holds this against me, but there are no, from what I have found, from what I have searched, there is no Christian version of Journey. There is no Christian version of Whitesnake.
Yeah.
Imagine Whitesnake. Imagine David Coverdale singing Christian music. In that, David Coverdale and John Sykes recording that record, but it's Christian.
I know what Donna Fulp is saying right now.
Oh, yeah!
Extreme has done it. Extreme has done it.
Yeah.
But yes, imagine Donna, John Sykes. Imagine if Jelly Roll was a Christian song.
Yeah.
That's, because you had said something earlier about influences. So we'll hit that real quick.
Okay.
Paul Rogers, David Coverdale, Steve Perry, Michael Bolton.
Love Michael Bolton.
All very easy vocalists to cover.
Yeah.
Michael Bolton. Now, I say influences. I was talking to somebody the other day at work. My mother is the one who taught me how to sing harmony. When I was a baby, she realized that I could sing. We're in the car, and she's singing to the radio, but she's not singing she's singing something different.
Right.
But it's still the same. It still works. What is that? She goes, that's called a harmony, sweetheart. And she would teach me how to listen to that. I'm like, okay. So she actually, we go home. She's got Alabama, the Oak Ridge Boys, the Gatlin Brothers, the Statler Brothers. She's like, now listen to this. You hear this? And she would teach me how to sing that part.
Yeah.
She goes, that's called harmony. And I'm, so she taught me how to sing off of those bands.
Well, you picked up on it. You picked up on it real well.
So, but like I said, as I progress, now I'm starting to hear, Bad Company, Boston, Toto, like, oh my gosh, man. And then the music, then, the Doobie Brothers, I know Steely Dan.
Trying to think who sang for them. Well, they had different people and
they had different. But the one that did most of it, I can picture his face and those nasty teeth of his. I can't think of his name. Starts with an F. I think.
Fanigan or Fagan?
Fagan.
Fagan.
Donald Fagan.
Fanigan.
Donald Fagan. Thank you.
Fanigan. I just made him Irish, I think.
Yeah, close enough. But yes, Steely Dan. Just it started getting into all this different. It's like, man, all this other different kind of music other than just hard rock. As I was getting older, or whatever. But those are my influences, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, and listening to a lot of Christian music today, and again, there's absolutely no disrespect, but like on K-Love, I don't hear those kind of singers.
No, I agree.
I don't hear that. It's like it's not getting me 100%. I respect the message and I respect what they're doing, but I want to hear Paul Rogers singing Christian.
Well, you can fill that void. Fill that void.
Yeah.
I want to hear, David Coverdale with that raspy, growly, soulful. Sure. I want to, and it's like, I say David Coverdale, maybe Paul Rogers more, because Coverdale, it's like, how do you sing Christian music trying to sound sexy? It's like, like maybe I should do that.
Well, contemporary Christian music is no different than any other genre. They fall into a trap, and I've noticed it.
Category,
and a lot of the music sounds very similar. I'm from the previous era of Stephen Curtis Chapman, who I am a huge fan of, and like the Chris Tomlinson, when the music sounded different, but now you have a lot of the same art. The artists they found the formula and it works, and
it's working for them, and I get that, I understand that, but coming from my background, coming from, like you said, my influences and everything, it's like I would very much love to hear that. Now, I personally have probably maybe 6 or 7 songs that I've written over the years.
Right.
It's all music. I have the keyboard that I use has these wonderful, wonderful sounds on them, and I've been able to use the computer and my keyboard to compose a number of songs. And I'll go to sit down and write lyrics to it and just go totally blank. And it's like, I want to write about this. I want to write. And then all of a sudden I just go completely blank.
Do you hear, I'm going to pretend to be a songwriter here. Watch out, people. But I hear this all the time with a lot of artists that are getting interviewed and everything. They usually hear a vocal melody and then sing it or vocalize it phonetically. And then now they have the syllables and the spaces to fill. So do you hear a vocal melody?
I do.
Your head? So
I do. I hear, like I said, I hear it musically. I hear something musically, and I'll sit down and just kind of do a simple thing of it. Here's the rhythm, and like I said, some of the songs I've got are full on. They're done. They just need a vocal line.
Well, there's a great demo out there. There's all kinds of these demos out there, but I watched a lot of Rick Beato on YouTube, and he's interviewed David Gilmour a couple times.
Yes.
And there's a great demo out there of Comfortably Numb and the David Gilmour sung section where it's in the major key. And it's all phonetic. There's no words. He's just singing the melody, and it's the song, and he just then fit words that fit those syllables and those notes and everything.
Yeah.
So maybe if you record it that way, that might help you then. Okay, now I have a puzzle to fill, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a friend of mine many years back that I had written out composed out this song, and he's like, can you put it down in MP3. Let me listen to it. It's like, okay. He comes back like a week later and he's got this whole thing written out. And it's like, my testimony. And I was like, how did you do this? He goes, because you gave me your testimony. You told me your story.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is what I wrote. And the song's called Room to Move. And I actually was able to get in here, and this is a room, one of my bedrooms that I've set up as a studio. I've got sound baffling and things.
Hold on. Pause. Time out. I just saw something in the background. Go the other way. Did I see Darth Vader?
Yeah, Darth Vader's over there in the corner.
I saw a mask, but now I see Josh Haynes. I hope you're watching, my friend.
Oh yeah. Do you recognize that?
No, what's on the door? The logo of the door?
Yeah.
No.
But this was a closet.
This is a unique thing we get to do on Zoom, Jeff.
And I turned it into a vocal booth. See, nice. I've got my computer in here that I can the mic stand. Well,
I love this.
There's the mic or whatever, but yes, I turned it into a sound room. So I got in there and recorded the vocal line for that song, Room to Move. And it's a great song, but it's like, now what do I do with it?
Hey, I'd love to see your living room, back patio. What else you got in your house?
Absolutely. Come with me.
Oh, that's right. He is on his phone. Oh my God. I mean, if you have the ability, why not?
I do.
Very nice home, sir. Very nice home. That's a beautiful.
Would you like to see my garage?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? Ooh, it's a nice big kitchen. I like the high ceilings.
Yeah.
That's my garage.
Oh, okay. So it's not a garage anymore. It is a massive kitchen. This is what
I did with my garage.
Nice.
I love it. It's beautiful. I love it. It has a campy feel to it. Like do you live on the lake?
I wish we did.
Yeah. I love it. Well, goodness gracious. Oh.
There's the patio.
Oh, man.
Nice.
Dude, anytime you need company, let me and Jeff know. We'd love to.
Absolutely. Oh, there's the noisemaker.
Awesome.
Baby.
Oh, doggies.
Nice.
You, sir, have a beautiful home.
Thank you.
Nice.
The joys of Zoom, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, let's just, for the sake of, hey, if you're going to show me your home, I'll show you mine. So there's right there. That's the bathroom.
I
turn the light off at least. Hey, you can see some crutches over here. You see that?
Yeah. Hey, if Josh is watching,
he better be.
Uh-oh.
Right, Josh?
We're breaking out the lightsaber.
Oh, lightsaber. Oh, I have to tell him about this. Oh! People, you need to be on YouTube watching this. That thing is epic.
Oh, hang on. I'll be right back.
Oh, I don't have any swords.
Yes. There you go, Josh.
That's outstanding. So when you are out and at a gig and Josh is there or whatever, Alan's
gonna see that. Alan's gonna see that and go, "Jeez, man!"
But do you and Josh go buck wild on Jeff? You turn your background off in your settings.
Yeah. Mine doesn't have any batteries in it now. So,
but Corey,
yeah,
he's trying to show it, but he's gonna have to turn his background off. But
okay.
Do you and Josh, Corey, just go Nerdville when you guys get together?
Yes.
I know I'm not a Star Wars person, but I know that feeling because I'm into wrestling, professional wrestling. So when I'm around Jimmy Fulp. Jacob Turner, he and I could talk for hours on wrestling.
Yeah.
And everyone else around us is like, PU, no. Go away.
Allan will see this and go, dude,
Exactly,
come on,
yeah.
man. You did not just pull out a lightsaber. Really? Yeah, I did, Allan. Sorry.
What do you got, Jeff? Did you show it?
Yeah, I showed it.
Well,
Which one?
We missed
What do
it.
you
We were
got?
talking. What do you got?
Oh, hang on.
That's actually Darth Vader's, I believe.
Ah, Vader's.
Yeah.
Now, where is that from?
I can't remember the name of these. It may have been the FX line of lightsabers. I've got 3 of them. I've got this one, I've got Mace Windu, and I've got one other one. But I don't think there's any batteries in any of them. They've been in the closet for a while.
Is it baselit or pixel?
I do not know the answer to that question.
Oh, you and Josh do get along, don't you, Corey?
Baselit meaning, is it a flashlight or all the lights in the blade?
No, it's in the blade. Yeah.
It's
it's pixel. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I can't believe that this is the first episode of the Rhythm Section podcast that we've had lightsabers on the show. So.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be the last. If you want to bring
There's a few more.
Oh my God, look at that.
Oh, wait. There it is. There's a few more.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh my God.
I have 15.
Corey and I are going to hang out later for sure.
Well, goodness. Unfortunately, we got to kind of wrap this thing up, Corey.
Okay.
Man, that was fun.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, that's this is great. This is fun. I dig this, man. I mean, I don't want to be selfish, but I hope we could do this again.
For sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Just kind of
for sure
talking to people and getting to know people or whatever. This.
You know what?
We appreciate you doing it for sure.
What I would like to do, Jeff, we can have this meeting in real time right here, but what we could do is continue our normal show and be in studio for our feature interviews and go back to our model that we've done since, the beginning. But then here and there add Zoom hangs. So then now let's get Corey and Allan Bone together in a room with us.
I think that's a great idea.
How fun would that be? So
man, we work for the same person, obviously, and he is constantly telling us, I cannot put you two together. I think this is why I can't put you, because he'll come to a job and I'm going to try to be as respectful as I can. But just even the other day, he came to a job and we were both kind of standing there and he was standing in front of us and he said something to the effect of well, just put that in there real easy and it'll go in fine. And Allan was standing back here and he went, that's what she said. And we just busted up laughing. We were just, oh my God. And he turned around, looks at us and see, this is why I can't put you two together. I can't, you'll never get it. Because we have a blast, man. We get stuff done, but we have a blast.
I will literally put your video boxes right next to each other. And me and Jeff can be hands off, and all I'll say is Tokyo Rose stories now, please, and then let y'all go.
Oh my gosh, man. The ones we told the other night, Billy Giannini driving the van, had a little girl sitting next to him. He's just was like, dude, drive the van. Next thing you know, the wheel of the trailer comes flying past us, sparks flying everywhere, and he's just it's like, dude. The wheel just come flying past us. The truck's just, oh, man.
Outstanding.
We got some stories.
Well,
man, thank you so much for doing this. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
Very fun.
This is very cool, man.
And,
thank you.
Again, thank you for what, I consider what you did, shared your testimony.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And your old school stories. But again, right now, people, Boneyard or The Boneyard. See, I got their shirt right here. Follow them on Facebook. They play often. You don't want to miss a show. They play several different locations throughout the calendar year.
Yep.
You'll go out, check them out. And then the next time I come out to see y'all play, I fully expect to hear Toys in the Attic first. Very first song. She's starting your night off.
Promise. You'll get Toys in the Attic, very first song. Yes.
Awesome.
We might even do it twice.
Wow, look at that. So nice, play it twice, right?
Yes.
Well, Jeff, I believe I forgot to send you this little outro thing, and I don't have it in front of me, but we know it by now. People, therhythmsectionpod.com. There it is. Okay?
There it is.
There you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Apple, Spotify, all our archive episodes there. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to those who have been generous enough to throw us a donation through Venmo and Cash App. Both are at the Rhythm Section Pod. All right, everybody. Corey Riggs in the house one last time. Yeah. You have a great day, sir.
Everybody.
All right, thank you.
God bless. Thank you, man.
Take care, y'all. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.